Hey everyone, if you're still driving with a basic backseat mirror, or worse, constantly turning your head around at red lights to check on your kids, you know how stressful and distracting that can be. That's why upgrading to the Babyvue BV6 Pro changes everything. As you can see on the live screen right here, this is a dual camera, so you can see both the car seats and the back seat. It gives you an instant, crystal clear 1080p view of the entire back seat, day or night. Yes, it has IR mode too. It pops into any car in under 30 seconds with zero tools or apps required, running on a direct 100% private signal, so you never have to guess what's happening back there while your eyes stay safely on the road.
Definitely a handy tool to be able to keep an eye on your kids while driving without taking eyes off the road. Super easy installation. Picture is crystal clear. I found it super helpful so far. I've been using it for a few days. This Babyvue baby camera for the car is essential for safety on the road so that you can keep your eyes on the road and focus on the safety of your children and yourself while driving, while also being able to keep an eye on your children in the back seat and see what's going on and help them out if they need. So you can see it comes with two cameras. So this is a dual because I have two kids. You can also buy just a single if you don't need the two. There's mounting hardware already included in here. This comes in a nice carrying case. So if you need to put it away for whatever reason, you have a case to put it in. Comes with multiple straps to strap the camera. The camera itself goes on the back seat headrest if you have a rear facing camera, or the front seat headrest on the back if it's going on the for a front facing child. Also comes with all the wiring you might need to connect this to your lightning port. So essentially this goes to your cigarette lighter port for power, and that's best case scenario because you don't want to have to charge three devices, only just this. The camera, you can see there's very large batteries, so these batteries last for a very long time. You only need to charge them like once a month or every other month, so they should last you a very long time. Of course, it really depends on how much you're using the camera itself. Okay, let's go ahead and set it up and see how easy it is to use. The included cigarette lighter port connector includes a USB-C as well as a USB-A port. The USB-A port will be used to connect your monitor. Of course, if you have a USB port that's open in your car and you don't need, you can always connect it directly to the USB-A port in your car if you don't want to use the cigarette lighter port. They've also included two USB-C cables to charge your batteries on the camera, and that's on the side right here. And you can either just plug this into that provided lightning port or a different USB-A port in your car to charge these. This mount, as you can see, goes to the bottom rods of your headrest in the back seat or the front seat. So it actually snaps on to either back direction of your front headrest or this way on your back headrest. My car seat doesn't have rods on the headrest, so I'm actually gonna use the alternate mount that they've provided. Okay, so I have the mounts changed. All it was these two screws on both sides, and then what you're gonna do is put these straps through. This curvature is gonna actually help you feed it through here into this hole here. It is a pretty tight gap there, so they made it pretty sleek, so you can use like your screwdriver from the edge to kind of push it through, and then you can just grab it from this upper side, or you just keep pushing from this side to help it up, and then it goes down the other side very easily. Okay, and then you're gonna push it through the hole, and there you go. And so you can just tighten it on to your back headrest just like that. Okay, so now that we have the cameras ready for installation, we're gonna take off this protective material. That's just for shipping. Please take that off so that you can actually get a good view of what the camera is seeing. As far as mount on the back of the screen, it's just essentially looks like 3M double-sided tape. You just take that covering off once you're ready to mount it to a place that you like. Be careful of the glare, so essentially make sure you angle the monitor down so that the glare coming from top is not hitting your glossy finish. So you just want to angle it down to your view rather than up, where the sun can reflect off of the screen and onto you. Before installation, there is a strap holding the screen wire together. Undo that, and you can just use this strap to like do cable management later. But you can go ahead and connect the cables here outside the car where you have light, because it is directional. So you can see a little notch in here. You want to line that up with the notch on the other side and then just push it in like that. There is a button for power, so you can see there's a button right there. Plug this into your USB-A port or the provided cigarette lighter port adapter, and you should be ready to go. Okay, so once you're in the car, you got to decide if you want to use the cigarette lighter port or the USB port. So that really depends on where everything's located. So for me, the cigarette lighter port is right here, and so I can plug it in there. Or I can use the USB-A port, which for me happens to be inside this compartment over here. So it'll be really easy for me to have these wires tucked in inside this compartment here. Nothing hanging out except for that little piece of wire. So I'm gonna just plug that in there and make sure that it has enough power to work. And you can see it's turning on right away. And so I can just have this whole thing inside. There are buttons on the side to switch the cameras and things like that. So you can see this camera is already on, and you can already see, let's flip it over. You can already see that this camera is able to watch me. Let's turn the other camera on. There you go. And you can see immediately this other camera is working as well. So it's pretty quick. It gives you the battery level for each camera on here as well. So because my USB-A port is providing enough power to do what I need to do, I'm just gonna go ahead and stick this right in the middle of my steering wheel where my dashboard would be, because my car doesn't have a dashboard, but you can always put it on your dash over there, wherever you think it's going to be conspicuous, out of the way, and you don't need to move your eyes too much to get to the screen. I'm just showing you all the different options, and that's a good option as well. The screen is big enough that I can still get a good view right from there. Let's go ahead and set the camera up in the back headrest over here to make sure we can watch both the kids in the back seat. So as far as the headrest, let me just angle the camera here. You can just slide it, make sure that Babyvue is correct direction up. You can slide it up, slide it onto your headrest, and then you can just tighten the strap as much as you need. So that's plenty tight. The nice thing is you can just angle these cameras down to whatever angle you need them to be able to watch your car seat children. Okay, so I am holding the camera at my head level, and you can see that the screen is completely visible, completely out of the view of my windshield. So I have placed it perfectly where I would like it, and you can see both of the car seats in there perfectly. I've angled the cameras, and I feel like it's a pretty good view right now. Of course, not enough light, but it has night mode, so it will actually, even though it's so dark in the back seat, you can see that you can clearly see both the children. You can click on up or down, so you can actually change a bunch of the settings. You can pair more cameras, increase the contrast, brightness, MU control. Let's see, so you can mirror upside down. Okay, so if you have it installed upside down, you can actually change that. You can click this up and down button to look at each camera. So if you click the down button, you can flip through each camera to get a full view. And then now you're back to the dual view, and like that again. You can zoom in by clicking the up button once you're in that view of a single camera. Press the middle button to press OK, and then you can turn it off just from there as well, and flip it over again. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.